Hello and welcome to The Insider, a show designed to clue you into the biggest news, events and announcements inside the video games industry, discussing with you some things you may know, some things you may not, and the glue that holds it all together is a little bit of my own opinion. My name is Paul James, thank you very much for watching, and let's kick off our final E3 special of 2018.
After this presentation, stay tuned for Nintendo Treehouse Live, streaming right from the E3 show floor.
So the final conference or showcase of E3 2018 has finally occurred. Nintendo have just had their Nintendo Direct from E3, and we're going to talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly from that press conference. So stick around and let's check it out.
Today we share just a small portion of what we're currently working on. We hope you will look forward to what's coming next on Nintendo Switch.
So first off, let's talk about the good things that we saw from Nintendo at E3 2018. And the first of those that we need to discuss is, of course, Super Smash Bros. Or Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, as it's now known. Nintendo gave this game a lot of time at their press conference, basically highlighting everything that is new, old, returning about this game. Specifically, the roster. Every single character who has ever graced a Super Smash Bros. Game is returning in Ultimate. With a couple newbies. We knew about the Inklings before, and we've also been confirmed to be getting Ridley, a game character who has been demanded by fans for so many years. There's been so many forums of buzz with Ridley from Metroid, and the prospect of it emerging in one of these games, Nintendo has finally made it happen. People are super excited, and you add this on top of an enormous roster already. Lots of little changes to the way Smash Balls work, the way assist trophies are working, general player movement. They really took a deep dive into how the game is going to be played. They did a great job of showing exactly what that looks like, and they're probably going to continue to do so as the Treehouse continues for the next few days. They introduced a new IP, Daemon X Machina. Now, this is very much a mech game. It didn't really tell us too much about what the game actually is, but there's a lot of really fast-paced movement in mechs that is going to appeal to its target demographic. Look, I can't speak too much about it. It didn't seem like Nintendo or Marvelous, the people making it, had that much to say about it either. But it's a cool concept. It's a new IP. It's a new game coming to the platform. So look forward to it. Xenoblade Chronicles 2 was a big success last year, and Nintendo is still putting some time into the DLC. We got a new trailer that was all voiced in Japanese, so clearly it's still a little ways off when it comes to the West, but it showed off some new characters, new scenes, new environments, a lot of new stuff there. It looked really cool, and if you're a fan of Xenoblade Chronicles 2, you've got something to look forward to there.
君に頼みたいことはただ一つ。あのメツを葬り去ってもらうことなのだから。
一体何の目的で？
別に退屈しのぎだよ、ただの。
ふざけてるの？これが天の聖杯同士の激突。
お前いい目をしてるな。
俺の行く道はこの道だ。交わることはない。
Some quick-fire reveals from Nintendo. Fortnite is coming to the Switch today. Overcooked 2 is coming to the platform on August 7th, so that's going to break every relationship with husband, wife, friend, children. Overcooked causes a lot of problems domestically, so just be careful about that one, but it's coming August 7th. It's one to really look forward to. Dragon Ball FighterZ, or FighterZ, has been confirmed to be coming to the Switch as well. No specific release date, but that's one to look forward to. And Hollow Knight, a game that I swear by. Aussie developed indie game that is coming to the Switch today. So go out and pick it up. Nintendo also very briefly spoke about Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. For the most part, reiterated what we already knew, but then told us that anyone who picks up the Pokeball Plus is going to be getting a Mew with their purchase. So a Mew will be presumably already installed on the little Pokeball, and you can transfer it off and Mew joins your party. And I thought that was a nice little gesture for anyone who's really excitedly picked up that thing, like I might have.
Sounds like there's already one inside. It's the mythical Pokemon Mew. Mew comes exclusive with every Pokeball Plus and can join you on your journey through the game.
Next up, Nintendo revealed a Super Mario Party. So I guess it is the next big step in the Mario Party franchise. What I was really interested to see, and I spoke about this in an Insider episode a few months ago now, there was a pattern from Nintendo that kind of saw people lining switches up in a certain fashion that allowed interactivity across multiple screens. Now, I thought that was going to be for a brand new device, but clearly it's a concept that they've kind of applied, and they've made it work in the case of this Super Mario Party. There were levels, or there were kind of mini games that were being shown that there was very particular placement of the Switch screens, I guess, and people were kind of shuffling them around to find a sweet spot so you could then perform whatever action needed to be performed for the mini game. There's lots of gyro-related stuff. This is very much a Mario Party game, but it actually looks like maybe one of the best ones in quite some time. I'm intrigued to see more, but they're not really specifying when we'll get to play this thing just yet.
Okay, you ready for this?
All right.
He's desperate.
Don't even think about it.
All or nothing.
Yes!
Hey,
Ray, what's up?
what are y'all doing? Come play. Okay,
We gotta change it up though.
that's gonna go too fast. Let's do it this way.
We need to have like some angles.
Okay. That looks cool. Ready? Do it.
Oh, game on.
Okay. Oh.
Really? Come on.
And finally, we saw the announcement of Fire Emblem Three Houses, the latest in the Fire Emblem franchise that is coming to the Switch. It is much anticipated, and whilst they showed us a hell of a lot about the game, it did come with some bad news. The game is being delayed to autumn 2019, our autumn, Southern Hemisphere autumn of 2019. That was a real shame, but the game is looking great. It's looking to do some cool new things with the established formula, the established IP, and I'm really excited to see what they have to say going forward. Maybe in a dedicated Fire Emblem Direct.
Reach for my hand, I'll soar away into the dawn. No, I wish I could stay here and cherish all.
Do you dare to walk this path with me? One misstep and we fall to our ruin. So take your first step. It's now or never. I will return here someday, my teacher. Promise me that you won't forget me.
So let's next talk about the not so good. I had one big question out of this conference. where were all the games? Nintendo's announced Metroid Prime 4, they've announced a Yoshi game that's still supposedly coming this year. There's ports of old Wii U games. There's 3DS games in the form of like Luigi's Mansion that didn't get a showing. There's Travis Strikes Again, No More Heroes for the Switch. There's Bayonetta 3 for the Switch. None of these games appeared in any way, shape or form, and that really confused me. They've got a great platform here to show off a whole suite of different games, but they dedicated so much time to Super Smash Bros. That there was no time for anything else. Now maybe that was longer because they needed to cover for the fact that some of these games weren't going to be there. But that's also really disappointing as well. What's going on with these games? Why is it that we're still waiting so long for a little bit of news? In the case of something like Metroid Prime, we know they only came up with the game name last year, so we weren't expecting big things, but something would have been great. And now for the ugly. Where are the new games? We heard these rumours about Star Fox Grand Prix, basically the retro developed game. There's a whole bunch of other IP that have the potential to be explored, such as Animal Crossing, such as Pikmin, even new entries in new Super Mario Brothers or whatever. Nintendo didn't go anywhere near announcing a new game from their first party developers. And it was really quite strange. I know they've kind of put all their eggs in this Smash Brothers basket and it's kind of going to carry them through this year, and I can understand that. But I don't understand it. Like they've got to try and give us a little bit of information as to what we're going to be playing in 2019 as well. And whilst we can fairly safely assume that Super Mario Party and Metroid Prime and a lot of those games that I mentioned in that last segment are going to emerge next year or beyond, we needed more information about them then at the very least. This was a very focused presentation, but the result is a lot of confusion or a lot of doubt or a lot of people wondering, should I be buying the Switch yet? Some more is expected to be announced from Nintendo as the days roll along and as their Nintendo Treehouse segment continues. But that does end this episode of The Insider. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please consider liking, sharing and subscribing, all those buttons are down below here, and hit that notification bell. That'll alert you to every new video that goes live on our channel, including Patched, Video Games Club, The Insider, Player 2 Plays, The Late Game Review, a whole bunch of E3 content, and much more. There's some awesome stuff there, so please make sure to go and check it out. For written content, make sure to visit the website, player2.net.au, where you'll find reviews, previews, opinion pieces, news, features, the Player 2 Writers Draft, our E3 hub that has links to these videos, as well as a whole bunch of written content, and much more. It's all contributed by some of the best talent in Australia, so please make sure to go and check it out. We're also on Patreon, patreon.com/player2au, and consider throwing in a few dollars. At the lower tiers, you'll get early access to a whole bunch of those shows I spoke about before. And at higher tiers, you'll get exclusive episodes, and at the top tier, you'll get to join us in the monthly Player 2 podcast. There's some enticing offers there. You're helping to make the Player 2 dream grow, so please consider throwing in a few dollars. We'd love to get your support. For rolling updates, you can find me at PaulJamesP2 on Twitter. The website you can find at Player2AU on Twitter. And until next time, that is the last presentation of E3 2018. I am beyond tired. Thank you very much for watching. I'm going to take a bit of a break. I'll see you later.